What is going on, all you Pokemon collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the PikaPikaPapa, and it is upon us today. We are pulling the winners for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So we're giving away a piece of PikaPapa merch. We're giving away Celebrations v Union Pikachu box, and we're giving away an Evolving Skies Elite Trainer box. And I promise you, as excited you guys are to possibly win it, nobody is more excited than I am, because this is what I am all about, is giving back to you guys whenever I can. With that being said, listen, I'm going to provide an email in the description below. I've got a lot of people who've reached out about maybe buying some PikaPikaPapa merch to support the channel. I'm not asking you to do it. That's not the purpose of this, but I have got enough inquiries that I want to centralize it into one place. So please don't feel like you need to do it, but I just wanted to streamline that for us moving forward. Now, with that being said, what are we going to look at today? We're going to look at sleeved booster packs versus booster boxes. And I'm telling you, when I get down a rabbit hole, I go deep. And in this one, I did a ton of research all over the place. And I think the results are outstanding. I am so excited to present this to you guys. Now, I have done booster pack research in the past. Let me show you what we did here when we were but a baby channel. So way back in the beginning of January, this was an exercise that I went through. Now, raise your hand if you remember seeing this. Most of you are lying because it only had 300 views. So what I did was I went back and I looked at the last year's data of booster packs versus booster boxes. And specifically, I was looking at this ratio right here. So this ratio is booster pack versus booster box price. And the reality is, if this is less than 2.77, that means that you can buy 36 booster packs for a less cost than one booster box. So that didn't mean that you should go out and buy one versus the other, but what we were looking for was this type of inverse relationship, okay? We were looking for booster box prices that were going up, booster pack prices that were staying flat or down, because in our mind, that might have represented a buying opportunity in the booster pack space. And the interesting thing is, out of the 12 Sun and Moon sets that we looked at 4 months ago, these were the two that we said we felt there were strong buying opportunities in: Team Up and Cosmic Eclipse. And these sets have been on absolute fire in every retrospect over the last 4 months. So that doesn't mean this is a good indicator. It doesn't mean it isn't. As I always say, we need more time, but it certainly bodes well. And it also tells me I owe you guys an updated video on this, so expect that coming soon. Now, what does that mean? Here is the data that we used for the Elite Trainer box versus booster box sets, right? I went ahead, I had MSRP, I had the current market prices, so I added some stuff to it. Here's what I added. These are the current sleeved booster pack prices. This is the current sleeved booster packs to booster box percent ratio. Then, of course, we have MSRP, and we already know the age, so we have the rate of return baked in there as well. Now, a couple things that I want to call out. First off, look at this line of delineation between sleeve booster pack prices when you get past Sword and Shield and you hit the very first set in Sun and Moon. It is absolutely crazy. It jumps through the roof and it stays constant throughout the entire thing. The other idea that I wanted to call out is this. Look at the last 4 sleeved booster pack prices for the Sun and Moon era versus the first 4. The only reason I want to call that out is because Scarlet and Violet is just kicking off. Doesn't mean that Scarlet and Violet is going to mirror what Sun and Moon did, right? The past doesn't repeat itself, but I always say it usually rhymes. So there could be some there. I just wanted to call that out because I know Scarlet and Violet with the increased MSRP, I know there's a lot of cool products out there, and I'm not saying you should buy or shouldn't buy, but I just thought this was an interesting call out here. Now, let's get into the data because that's what you all are here for. So I'm going to do 2 slides on this. I know a lot of you view this on your mobile device. So we're going to look at all of the data here, but then on the next slide, it's going to be the same data. It's going to get a little smaller, but it's going to have some talking points on it. The biggest takeaway from me in Sword and Shield era, where I look at sleeved booster packs and booster boxes, is the data's all over the place. There wasn't a lot of direct correlations that I could make. There wasn't any kind of like statistical tie-ins where I could walk away and say XYZ seems to be true for this set, which I think is okay, right? Sword and Shield is brand new. A lot of these sleeved booster packs you can still find at MSRP, right? Like, you can go out to the stores and get lucky and find Evolving Skies sleeved booster packs. But what you can't do is go out to the stores and get lucky and find an Evolving Skies booster box at MSRP. It just doesn't happen, okay? So I think that's why early on we're starting to see some of these just inconsistencies, because until this is completely wiped from the face of the earth in the retail environment, we're not going to know what this all bakes out to be. So here's what we have. First and foremost, Too early to tell anything, but we're going to talk about it anyways. So the average rate of return as of right now for sleeved booster packs in the Sword and Shield era is 7% versus an average rate of return of 8% for the booster boxes. Now, Evolving Skies, like I just talked about, is what's really giving this thing a shot in the arm, okay? Look at the rate of return for the booster box in Evolving Skies. It's at 77%. The rate of return for sleeved booster packs is 56%, which I think is still incredible considering you can find this in MSRP in some places still. I know every so often I get lucky, I find it at Walmart's. I found it at Publix the other day just for fun. So it is still out there in the wild. But what was really interesting to me is because Evolving Skies is such a big delineation there, you pull Evolving Skies out, the advantage flips. So you pull Evolving Skies out and sleeved booster packs are now a higher rate of return at 3% versus booster boxes at 2%. So I thought that was really interesting. The average sleeved booster pack to booster box price ratio, which we talked about earlier, is 2.81%. So that means if you wanted representation of everything from the Sword and Shield era, if you bought 36 booster packs, it would be more expensive versus buying one booster box of every single set. Now, Sword and Shield is an interesting thing that I wanted to call out too. So Sword and Shield base set has the lowest sleeved booster pack to booster box price ratio. I have talked about Sword and Shield base set a lot because I feel like the booster box price is too high. I really do, based off the contents of the box, based off of the excitement around it. I feel like $280 for a booster box is too high. And what this tells me is, hey, maybe the market isn't buying the sleeve booster packs because they say, why am I going to buy sleeve booster packs when I have the chance of pulling nothing? But I am buying the booster boxes because this is a buy and hold opportunity. To me, I think this makes sense, but it also lets me know that I don't think the booster boxes are going to do a lot in the future. I think it'll stay flat. Maybe it'll grow. Who knows? All I'm saying is this one doesn't look like the other, and it probably means something. The other thing that I thought was interesting, Chilling Reign has the highest sleeve booster packs to booster box ratio, right? And that means the inverse of what we just talked about. People probably think that, hey, the contents of these packs are worth buying and ripping, so people are buying the sleeve booster packs. And I think the booster box price is obviously going to go up. You guys know I think Chilling Reign is one of the top 4 sets. So I thought that was interesting. But again, all of Sword and Shield, we have to take it a grain of salt. I think there's just too many sleeve booster packs available at MSRP out in the wild. So who knows where this is going to go to. Now, the next set, this is the one that I think is really worth looking at because you're not going to find these sleeve booster packs out in the wild, and that is Sun and Moon. And I had already talked about the huge jump in sleeve booster pack prices versus the Sword and Shield era, right? Look at these. All of these are double digits. A lot of them are $20 plus. Matter of fact, all of them are right there up at the $20 mark except the first 4 sets. So you have your sleeve booster pack, you have your booster box prices. You will notice that the sleeved booster pack versus booster box price ratio here is infinitely higher. You're also going to see that there is more consistency here in the rate of return on sleeve booster packs versus the booster box. So just like with the last one, data is going to get a little smaller, and we're going to talk about what this means. Sleeve booster packs, absolute crush city, right? The packs are on fire. The thing I want to call out about these prices is this. I couldn't get significant data from TCG Player for all of these sets. So what did I do? I didn't stop. I said, hey, all of this has to be consistent. So I went to eBay. I looked at the last 6 sold for sleeve booster packs for each of these sets. It was exhausting. Honest to God, I hated doing it. But we have to get consistent data if we're going to compare all of these things to one another. So I did it. We have it. And I think it's a really cool data point for us to use moving forward. I also believe there is no better indicator of the true value of something than what it sells for on eBay. eBay is the world's largest marketplace for auctions and for buy it nows, and if that just tells you what the market is willing to pay for something, so I love eBay prices. Okay, with that being said, the average sleeve booster pack to booster box ratio for Sun and Moon is 5.14, which is absolutely bonkers. As a whole, it is infinitely more expensive to buy 36 sleeve booster packs than it is to buy one booster box. The other interesting thing is look at Team Up. Team Up has the lowest sleeved booster pack to booster box price ratio. What does that mean? Does that mean that the packs are too low? Does that mean the booster boxes are too high? I don't know. I know Team Up is like a freight train, so if you think Team Up is going to continue to go, this might be an indicator that the sleeve booster packs are a good buying opportunity right now, right? Forbidden Light is another great example. It has the highest, almost 10%, 9.55% sleeve booster pack to booster box ratio, okay? What have we seen in Team Up or Forbidden Light over the last couple months? We've seen Forbidden Light be one of the only sets to actually come down in price. This tells me the market might not have reacted to the booster box price coming down. People are still accustomed to paying what, $26 and change for sleeve booster packs. So again, the price of the booster box is coming down. It appears that the price of the sleeve booster pack hasn't moved at all. So really interesting to see this. Another way that we can use this to play chess when everybody else is playing checkers, we see that ratio and we go, okay, hey, time to pump the brakes on Forbidden Light. We don't need to be buying any more sleeve booster packs right now because we want to wait and see how the booster box price shakes out. So really interesting stuff here, everybody. Let's get into the final thoughts, and then we're going to get into what everybody really wants to see, and that's the winners of the contest. So this is another product that has historically outperformed booster boxes. I want to be very careful with saying that because I am not saying you shouldn't buy booster boxes. I got a stack of booster boxes behind me. I'm still buying them. Products rotate in and out of favor, okay? There was a time where Elite Trainer boxes were very lightly printed, and now they've gone through the roof in printing, so they might rotate out of favor. Booster boxes, right? Booster boxes might be the next hot thing. Sleeved booster packs are available everywhere, and I feel like they're available longer than any of the other products. But I will say this, I also feel like they are probably the most ripped. These might be the next Elite Trainer boxes where they're printed a lot, but a lot of people don't hold on to them. So savvy collectors or investors might want to hold them in a sealed collection and see what happens. I love them. There's a lower entry point, obviously, than Elite Trainer boxes, than booster boxes. They could possibly be more liquid in the future when you want to offload them. If you buy something for $4 and in the future it shoots up to 20 and you want to sell them, there might be a more robust appetite for people spending $20 on those packs than saying $500 for an ETB or $1,000 for a booster box. Another thing you guys talked about a lot when we were looking at the ETBs was the storage space, right? Sleeve booster packs, hey, if you only want to nibble at it, you want to get 3 or 4 of them, it doesn't take up any space at all. And another thing that I thought was super cool when I was going through this exercise, especially in my eBay search, was how you can reach back in the time machine and you don't have to spend a fortune. Furious Fists was an awesome example that I looked at, right? If you want an Elite Trainer box, it's going to cost you $4,000. If you want a booster box, it's right up there around $1,000. But if you want, you can get 4 sleeved booster packs right now for $90. And I think that is super cool. I am an old school guy. I don't consider any Pokemon stuff vintage yet. I just don't think it's long enough to use that term, but I do like some of the original products, and I love the fact that you can get into it at a discounted rate in these sleeved booster packs where you also theoretically don't have to worry about them being weighed. I will say this, crooks are crooks, and they are smarter than most of us, so they will figure out a way to undo the glue, redo the glue, weigh the sleeve booster packs. I don't know. All I'm saying is this, I know a lot of people have concern about that with the loose booster packs. I feel like there's at least less concern with the sleeved booster packs. The other thing I thought was really cool is there seems to be a lag in the big sets, right? The big set booster box prices seem to go up, and these sleeved booster pack prices seem to lag a little bit behind it. So those of you who are more cautious and want to take some more time before you dive in head first, this can be an awesome product to get into once you see the booster box prices going up and you feel like it's been going up for a while. These sleeve booster packs might be a great thing to buy, and I do believe this can end up being a buy, sell, hold indicator for us in the future. Not today, in the future. We need more data, we need more time, but that's why I put in the work. That's why I warehouse all of this data. So further down the line, we can look at this and we can make some really, really confident buy, sell, hold decisions in this space. With that being said, I'm gonna ask you one last question. Do you wanna look at Elite Trainer boxes versus sleeve booster packs, right? We've looked at ETBs versus booster boxes. We've looked at sleeve booster packs versus booster boxes. If you guys wanna see ETBs and sleeve booster packs piled up against each other in a knife fight to the death, I am happy to do that. And now, without further ado, let's bring in the Pika family. Let's reveal the winners of these prizes and let's get after it. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can barely talk. All right, we'll talk to you guys in a second. All right, everybody, the moment is at hand. It is time to draw the winners of the 1,000 subscriber contest. But before we get into that, first we wanted to extend as a family one last heartfelt thank you to all of you out there. You truly are what make this channel great, and it wouldn't exist without you. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being a part of our family. And without further ado, let's pick the winners right now. All right, so Pika Mama, you ready? We're going to pick 2 contestants from each eligible video. All right, Shalina, you are in. And then we're going to put them into the wheel of destiny. All right, next one. Luigi, I'm a simple man. I see Pika Pika Papa. I click.
So
You made us laugh out loud at that comment. That is awesome, my friend. All right, here we go. Two more. Salaries, love it. Love your videos, Pika Pika. Great info. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. Donut Toys and Games, congratulations on the 1,000 and many more to come. Donut Toys and Games, you've been a member of this channel since the very beginning. Appreciate your support all along the way. Jades, finally 1K, 1% each day, and next thing you know, we're 10K strong. I surely hope that is prophetic. So I love it, Jades. You're a big supporter. Thank you so much. Next one. Darius! All right. Love to see you in there, Darius Johnston. Okay, now we're going to put everybody into the Wheel of Destiny. Mommy, read me out some names. I might not spell them correctly, but you don't care. You just want to be represented. Selena, got it.
Luigi,
got it.
Sal.
Donut.
Jades. And Darius.
All right, so we're going to spin the wheel. The first one is for the piece of Pika Pika Papa merch. Let's see who gets to win it. All right. It's spin. I'm so excited. I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. Who is going to win? This is a very long spin. Let's see who the winner is. Looks like my man Luigi's going to walk away with the piece of Pika Pika Papa merch. Woo! That's right, Zoe. Congratulations. All right, the very next one, you're off the list. The very next one is for that Celebrations Pikachu V Union box. The tension is high. The tension is high. We're getting into the good stuff now. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Sal, all right. Congratulations, Sal. You're off the list. And here it is, the final four for the Evolving Skies Elite Trainer box. I'm so freaking pumped. Let's see who wins this. Who is going to win it? Who is going to... I'm on the edge of my... I'm literally on the edge of my seat. I can't wait.
It does take too long.
Darius! All right, my friend. All right. So anybody who won, go ahead and send an email. It is pikapikapapa88@gmail.com. It's also in the description down below. There's also the PikaPikaFam@gmail.com, which I mentioned earlier in the video. So, hey, again, one final heartfelt thank you. This is all because of you all. We're excited to be here, but we're also excited to continue to deliver the best content that we possibly can, because that's what this channel is all about. So from all of us to you, thank you. Bye.